सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you. On behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Session to this intermediate training session. So I will be moving forward with same topic, Sicilian defense and middle game concepts. In chess strategy, we should follow strictly certain principles. Do not move the pieces again and again in opening. Don't bring the queen out. Don't make unnecessary captures. And this becomes a very serious matter when the game is open. Open game like Sicilian or E4, E5. So let's have a look at a game. White is my good friend Neil Kantan, who unfortunately passed away few years back. An ardent lover of chess and very active player, gentleman. So he was white and Dr. Nagendra was black in national championships. So both are playing principles. Bad. Now the player should develop the pieces and castle. So it is good to play now d6, followed by e6, bishop e7, castle, or even g6, bishop g7, castle. Immediate g6 is bad because I will take, and e5 gets an advantage. So he should have played simply d6 here. This is a good move. This is also good move. Pelican, but not this bad. No, no, no. Here, I think I made override. I'll go back and go earlier. So bringing queen early is not a good idea. So white played very energetically. Now you cannot take the pawn. If you take the pawn, sorry, if you take the pawn, this is bad. Knight coming with a threat, two threats. The threat number one, knight attack. Threat number two, the queen is trapped. This is bad. That means he has to give a piece to get out of the mess. That means he cannot take the pawn. So he played in the game knight attacking bishop. Okay, bad move. I told that bringing queen early is bad. Moving same piece is again bad. Now the whole idea of black is if you take my knight, the queen will come and take and attacking both. But the problem is after ND5, it is all over. The only move. What else? If you go back queen, you go back, the knight is coming and he cannot defend this weak point. Lost. So he gives a check. He gives a check, but then bishop d2. Now this is under attack. This is under attack, and he's giving a threat. So only move, but it is lost now. Made threat. Knight check. You have to surrender queen. So these are the result for bringing queen, and he resigned now. Nothing can be done. Player should not make go against the basic principles, and especially in open Sicilian. Sicilian closed also is there, but open Sicilian, it is very dangerous one tempo. Everything changes. So Nilkantan won the game very quickly, 9 moves. No problem. Okay, the position is playable, but it is not good. So white plays. It is better. The theory was not so developed. Now the better move is Queen G4. Or maybe Queen E2. Here, better is Queen E2. Intending bishop to E3. Okay. castle. Okay, no problem. Now queen g4. It is bad. It is better to weaken the position than bringing queen here. So he brought queen. Another bad. So bishop g5. Tempo. Tempo. All of you know tempo. Now it double attack. You cannot castle. The main idea that you cannot castle. So black made a move. He said, "You want to take? Go ahead and take it." Same piece is moving again. Again. Already he has brought the queen two moves in a bad place. Now the knight has moved two times. These are bad position. What should we do? I give you time. Please think. Please think. What should you do now? You are white. The idea, if you take the knight, if you take it, knight check is coming and take the queen. So what should white do? Hello, Devars Ramakrishna, Vivan Vishal Shah, Nandini Lakhwani, Tanmay Azmera, Kiara Mehta, Kisab Shah, Devang Bhagwana, Situ Nandi, all are welcome. Veerabhadra Singh, Parnad, Suresh Bhai Chavda, Om Desai, all are welcome. Somebody has to suggest a move. King H1. I will tell you. So white has noticed the threat and he wants to move the king to H1. But always see the weak point. The weak point. Now I cannot take that. I cannot take it because the knight check is coming. But instead of moving the king, the bishop E2. Now I am giving a threat 1 and threat number 2. Two threats. The queen is trapped or you lose a piece. What I mean is open game, suddenly the game finishes. Now what is he going to do? Now if you want to save, you cannot do this. Bishop h5 wins. So this is the result that a player should not go break the opening principles. Double up, castle, center without violating the opening principle. Strictly follow the principles. Collapse, the game is over. He should resign. Because one piece down, there is no point in playing. Three pieces coming. Yes, BE2. The correct answer, BE2. Let us say Sicilian. I am only showing Sicilian because my topic is Sicilian. Now, okay, all right, okay, not good. So far, bringing queen early is a bad idea. Okay, he wants to come. The idea, he wants to exchange knight into queen endgame. The whole idea, he wants to exchange pieces and endgame. So bishop into knight. Now bishop into bishop is bad. In this case, I will play knight into knight and win a pawn. So he has to take the pawn. Not triple attack. The pawn is under three attacks. He cannot defend now. Even if you come back, the pawn is lost. So he castles. So because the early queen move, weaknesses are there. How many weak points? Now, bad king. You can see bad king. The queen is badly placed and the pawn is bad. So under development. So the position is miserable. Now white can play f3, then enter the knight into pawn, queen s3. So white played, black played king. Idea, white is our obvious plan. The rook will come to the third line. So move the king, the rook comes. Idea, rook s3, rook comes. So how should white play now? He is ready. When you play rook s3, the rook is coming. So what should you do now? Bhavesh bhai, Patel, good morning, Sarji. Okay, Ramakrishna bhai. Oh, Santa Claus. So I will give you gift of chess. I can give you gift of chess only. So here the point is the pressure is coming. So black played knight into pawn. Idea, there is a mate threat. Idea, there is a mate threat. So he comes knight. How should white play now? White to play, white to play and win. We need to see tactical threats. We have to be very good in tactics. We should not miss tactics. And 95% players, 90 more than 90% of you are good in tactics. So if you improve your strategy, you will become a very, very strong player. Don't miss tactics. Why to play and win? This is simple. Rook s3, rook s3. Here he has to play, and after this, he is lost. Completely lost. Yeah, completely lost. So the collapse because he violated the opening principles. Old main line. Now this is Polugowski variation. The game started queen. This is the old theory. Modern theory is bishop e2, queen e2. You have to move and now castle. White is clearly better. He cannot take queen into pawn. Queen into pawn, knight into pawn. These are bad moves because rook and bishop are watching the square. After queen into pawn, I will take queen into, and after knight into pawn, this is winning. There are two threads. This is a thread, and this is a thread. This is a thread. Two threads. So he cannot accept the pawn. Even if you play knight into pawn, the same result. Even if you play, I will play knight into pawn and then queen into knight, winning. So you cannot take that. Only move development. But then want to sacrifice. Another bad. Now queen is attacked. White to play and win. Find out. You find out how can white win the game now. I'm introducing to Sicilian, typical Sicilian play where a player makes mistake, he collapses. Now white to play. How should white play now? No. Okay, okay. You can always see the recorded video. 10 बजे आपका क्लास है. So you can meet again, no problem. Not BB5. You see, now this is not forcing move. After BB5, there's chance. It's a simple knight check. Mate, so you have to take it. And now queen check over. Even if you play knight, queen into knight, and then mate. So the whole point is the king in the center. Okay, bishop into pawn is also a good move, but it will complicate matters. It will unnecessarily complicate matters. For example, now what I can do now, I can complicate matters here. I think I can complicate matters. Now check is coming. Queen into bishop into take, queen exchange is coming. It is possible. This is BB5 is a good move also, but this is finish. Check and all over. Typical Sicilian miniatures. I will tell you the modern theory because this is the modern grandmaster. There is a whole books are written. This is called the Polugavsky variation. This is called the Polugavsky variation. 4B5 Polugavsky variation, which has stopped now after recent BE2. This is you will see 3 4 books are on this diagram. Polugavsky variation. There are 3 4 5 just chess books, but everything stopped after the game. Yes, this one. Now B5. Now simple pawn into. So you have to play queen check. Now bishop here. Now you have to take the bishop. Castle. White has a huge lead in development. Black queen keep on moving. It is a bad idea. Now he plays other moves are if you play queen here, white is better. Now you taking pawn. If you take the pawn, this is further and further it will get to back to worse. This is good. White is very strong. So in the actual game, Magami played rook a7. Now connecting the rooks. Only move. The end game is bad. You can see rook into queen, knight into e5 just winning. I believe I have discussed this position in one of the diagram. So earlier lecture. Now white is better. White is getting white has castled. The king has castled, and white has lead in development. So you should move. The queen is attacked. Should move the queen. What you need is a file for your pieces. You can exploit the advantage to open the line and rooks will enter. For example, A4, AB, rooks will enter. Or C4, CB, rooks will enter. So open the position. Idea, I want to play pawn takes pawn, then rook a7 will come. Opening the position is very important when you have advantage. As I showed you the game, white is Khalifman, black is Novico. I have showed you that game. Opening the line. He will close. Naturally, white wants to open, black will not oblige. He will try to keep the position closed. But then rook here. Then rook knight. I think the position is now terrible. Because the rook is coming here and there is pressure on the point. The rook is coming. This is dangerous. Now you take bishop into knight. It will only help white. The point is the bishop is tied down to the defense of the pawn. I want to take here. So rook into pawn. Okay, this will not going to help. I don't want to save the rook. Psychology, I want to play rook into. No, I will play knight into. Same diagram. Pawn into. Now rook has to be saved. Pawn into queen is coming. Only check. Now the pawn is a potential queen. So take the rook and then come back. Doesn't matter. Even though he is queen up and also he is having, uh, exchange up and queen up, still it is lost. He cannot stop queen. Check. And next move I will queen and winning. So the whole line got stopped after the move. Polygon's variation almost disappeared. टूर्नामेंट चेस से ये वेरिएशन बंद ही हो गया. ये जो f4 b5 ये बंद ही हो गया आफ्टर दिस मूव b2 एंड कैसल. सिंपल रिफ्यूटेशन. ओके, अभी गो टू वर्क वेरिएशन वो भी बंद हो गया. व्हाट इज गो टू वर्क वेरिएशन? नाम के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. यू ओनली categorize them. For example, this is called the go to work variation. Old main line में f4 b5, bishop g5, then f4. The standard main line nd7 is there, bishop e7 is there, but b5. This is queen f3. Now this is called the go to work variation, and it is bad because you are weakening the position to get some tactical trick. This is the point. Now the pawn is attacked 3 times. This pawn is attacked 1, 2, 3. So white cannot bring 3 forces. That means next move pawn into pawn will come and knight will come and a better game. Now if white has an advantage in development, advantage in center, everything is good. But I told you in my last lecture yesterday or day before, when you have advantage, you must utilize the advantage by taking attack. You have to take initiative. Suppose we will not attack, the position will become bad for white. For example, I will just give a demonstration. If you castle here, suppose normal move, I will take pawn into. Now you bring bishop. I will play knight here. Now you move the. This is all. You just moving the pieces back and forth. Now I will play maybe knight here. Excellent position for black. The H file is open. Center, fantastic knight is there. So here you must punish black for playing same piece moving again, weakening the king. So that means we need to open the position by giving a pawn or giving a piece also. In this case, a piece. In this case, knight into pawn. Of course, you have to accept my sacrifice, otherwise it is bad, further bad. And after that, a queen check. A queen check. Check. Now, actually, this was played in the go-to-work interzonal. That is why it is known as go-to-work variation. Go-to-work interzonal. 1955, my birth year. So here, in the tournament hall, 3 Argentinian grandmasters were playing black pieces, same position. And white were 3 Russian grandmasters. You know, Geller and I think Pano, Spassky, Pilnik, Keres, Nazdov. All 3 Russian grandmasters playing 3 Argentinian grandmasters. You know, Nazdorf is a bit loudmouth. Nazdorf, bit a loudmouth. He started shouting in the tournament hall only. You all Russians are lost. He openly said, you all Russians are lost. We have analyzed this position thoroughly. We have analyzed this position thoroughly. You all Russians are lost. And all three Russian grandmasters won. Because the position of the black king is bad. What you need, a rook coming to attack. So if you play normal moves, it will be okay. If you play normal moves, black is out of problem. After knight here, you castle check the king. I don't see attack coming. I don't see any attack coming. You play pawn into rook into pawn. This square is covered by the knight. In fact, black is better. Black position is better now. Now if you play bishop into, queen into, and now you have to move the queen. There is no check. You have to move the queen. And now black has developed. I think the black position is better, clear better. But there is if and but is there. Here, instead of playing the bishop, how about bishop here? How about bishop b? Bishop b5 is a killer because number one, it does not allow the knight to come. Number two, if after the knight move, the queen is tied down to the square because bishop and queen can give a check if the queen is going somewhere. You cannot go. And I am ready to castle with a tempo. You have no time to take castle with a tempo. If you take the castle, will lead to mating attack. So the Russian grandmaster, all three played b5, bishop b5. So in the first game, Karas and Nasdor, he played king g7. Nasdor. So castle. Immediate, there is a mate threat. So he brought knight out. Anyway lost. I want to hit the knight and then mate. So he comes. The point now the bishop on b5, there is no rejoinder. If you bring knight or knight, I am going to hit. First I will hit this knight. This is the point of b5. And now I will give a check and all over. So he can't do, he played this, he played this move, knight back. Temporarily defending. Now the initiative must go on. When there is a fight going on, it is only calculation. Sicilian, many times you have to only calculate. Now methodically white has played well. What you should do, you should now maybe pawn into pawn. He will give a rook check and then take the, so takes check. Forced. No other move. If you play king, knight is lost. If you play king, rook h7 is winning. The only move. Rook check. Forced. Now what has happened? Another rook check is coming. Now in the attack, white has three deadly pieces. Two heavy pieces and minor pieces in attack. So, okay, check. Check. Now, the king in the middle of the board, four active pieces. So white has to only give threats. White has to create simple threats. Threat. What is the threat white is giving? White is giving actual threat, the knight here. Not bishop here. Not bishop here. White is giving knight here. And in case you take pawn, queen into bishop, pawn check will win. Completely crushing. Also, this is a threat. Apart from that, this is also a threat. So black did this knight. Now the king is not having any room to go. The knight is watching the square. And you cannot take it. Queen into d6 will come. So he played rook into pawn. So clear that there is a threat. There is a threat is coming. The threat. So I should make a room for my king, but more not this, because this will also having a prospect, and king has made a room. The check is of no use. So it appears that black has defended everything. Not really. Not really. Now go back queen. Queen has to defend only move. But if you defend with the queen, then who will stop the pawn? आपको अभी ये एक ही मूव है, ये आएगा, तो अभी इसको आएंगे, So what I can do? Queen takes pawn should win the game. I guess. I think it should win the game. The only move will come. Hmm. How to win this position? This I will do here. How to win? Queen check should win. Only move and queen check. Over. So the whole point is the BB5 move is the killer. Go to work variation stopped. After this tournament, nobody is there to play go to work variation. ये जो move queen f3 theory or main line है improvement and take here this knight into queen check BB5 BB5 everything over. So let us see the other two games in the same tournament. In the game Spassky versus Pilnik, he played a different move. I go to the direct BB5. There is a move king f8. He gave a piece sacrifice here. Knight into pawn. Check. Castle. Now knight e5. So knight here. The same thing continued but a little differently. No, I think okay, this is a different game. Oh yes, Spassky played h3. h4 was stronger. What Keres did. So he played queen, and that attack comes. This also attack comes. Winning. The attack is anyway come, and Spassky won the game. Only move. That queen has to come here. Only move, and then bishop come. Queen has to come here and finish. He loses rook or the bishop. So the whole point is now the go to work variation stop. There is continuous improvement. As I told you in the Polygorsky variation, I showed you an improvement. So when you play a sharp line like Sicilian, any variation, Dragon, Nasdorf, always you should see the latest games. What is the trend going on? And nowadays, because of internet, we have access to games what was played yesterday. Suppose this variation was played an improvement, immediately I should know it and make a record of it. Nowadays, you have computer data, but in our time there was no computer, only textbooks. So people always used to make a notebook, go to work variation, one page, then write that this is what happened and this is the new move. So Polgau's variation. So making different small notebooks and they were writing. Sometimes people used to make cards, long big cards, and save them in alphabetical order so that it is easier to search. Now as a coach also, as a player also, in earlier, suppose 1975, I became a coach 77 onwards. I was a chess coach since 1977. Suppose at that time somebody asked me what is the full variation of go to work, I have to go to the encyclopedia and I have to go to the chess informator. It will take me minimum 1 hour to get the material. But now, because of the data, you get it in 10 seconds. Just put the diagram and click. So you are ready. If you know even 15 minutes before the tournament, your opponent is playing a particular line, you can just check it quickly. So the advantage of data and internet that we have access to the material and also the substantial development in that variation. White side on move 11, I will see. Now white has to play this. There is because I don't see how you white has an advantage. We need to open the game, and I don't see any other quick way. You have to punish quickly, otherwise pawn takes pawn is coming. So what is the doubt? What is the doubt? Okay, move 11. Here he played knight e6. So what are you going to do? He took the pawn. What are you going to do? What is the doubt? I want to know. Please ask me. Now it is black to play. So you don't want to sacrifice the knight? Okay, you suggest me what you want to do. Tell me. takes suggest. What is the doubt? Okay, last game in this variation, maybe two more games also. Gellerpan, same tournament. BB5 check, BB5 castle, threatening Queen F7. Now it appears that black will run away. No, he cannot run away. There is nothing. Suppose you come queen here, then rook d5 and queen coming mate. You can go for rook check and that is coming check. You can go for queen check and winning the queen. So the only move. अभी क्या है? Complete destruction, total destruction. So Geller winded up and lost. Finally, finally, game of Stein. It was played after the tournament, and the same position happened. After knight sacrifice, he came and pawn into queen check, castle. Now he defended this way. Idea, you are having knight e5, there is problem. So what to do here? This is also bad. Idea, rook f7 check. So knight has to come f6. So this is also lost. After this also, he lost. Now rook pawn push. Idea, I want to enter knight and game over. So the only, if you play pawn into it is easy. After pawn into, knight e4 is winning. Rook into is winning. So only move. अभी क्वीन देना पड़ेगा. There is no fun. This is no fun. Lost. So anything, even if you play queen, anything, the whole variation, this footwork variation stop. They stop. Okay. अभी इसमें अभी ब्रॉन्स्टाइन का एक लाइन. I think one game of Bronstein is there. Kolmo, I think. Okay. So knight back. This is a normal theory. White plan is going for attack. White wants to go the queen coming here and f5 and then bishop here. The plan of attack. Not the correct. You know, it is better that you develop the bishop. G4 is good. I want to take the knight because this with the help of knight you will attack. So this development going on and I am going to take it. But anyway, this is not a good move. Okay. So white will get an attack now. Now white will prepare to open the game and exchange the bishop and knight coming. This is getting bad to us. Now you cannot play h6, the pawn is lost. And what is the threat by the way? I will open up line rook against this. Or maybe I will throw the pawn and play knight e4. Bad move. Now, before moving the knight, I want to make a clearance. So you take the knight pawn into loose material and you take whatever way next knight e4 is coming. Lost. So the whole idea, now what was wrong? Opening, that means I again warn you, in Sicilian defense, it is not everybody's cup of tea. You must play in the most precise move order. सिसिलियन डिफेंस इस दो धारी तलवार है, दोनों तरफ से धार है. You have to play very, very carefully. One small mistake, the cut, razor edge. So here, where is the mistake he has done? This is Sicilian. If this is okay, this is okay. Now Queen E1. There are many good moves. You can, as I told you, this is a good move. As I told you, now you can play this good move, castle. It's a good move. Now you come for attack. I have time. Here, the plan is to play f5, then bishop h6, knight here. You still have time. For example, now what I can do here. Hmm. What I can do here is, I have to eliminate the bishop. This is the one giving me all the trouble. So eliminate the bishop. Eliminate that. This once the bishop is gone, because he has made one mistake that it should not lose. I should take the bishop, and thereafter the bishop is not participating in the attack. But best is to play here. Best is to play bishop g4. Completing development. I want to take the knight away, and there is no future attack. Scaven engine. So Keras attack. Why just space and a little better game? Not a good move. Not good move. It is better. It is better to play. It is better to play knight move. It is better that you should play, develop the pieces, and bishop must come out quickly. You know. So not very good. And this capture was also unnecessary. White to play and find a winning plan. I suggest you, how should white play now? Okay, okay, Veerbhadra. Welcome, Mukund Agarwal. Now, black has made a mistake inviting white pieces to center, and black is underdeveloped. So, white is having a fantastic position. क्या करना चाहिए? Om Desai says F4. Om Desai says F4. Any other suggestion? Any other suggestion? Bishop D3. Now, giving the threat. Another bad move. This is bad. Wasting time. Open line. Okay, what to do now? The opponent has accepted. You know, you cannot give me knight into bishop. You cannot move the knight. So this is bad. Now you have to accept that. Now, after accepting, what should white do now? I will close the door. Some music noise is coming. Give me. I will not close the door. The whole point is, if you play mechanically, the attack is not coming. Now, if you play immediately pawn into pawn, then he will play pawn push. The attack slows down. Now this will not work. He will have put up resistance, maybe even knight e5. The attack slows down. The whole point is, now here he accepted the knight, but then bishop. Total destruction, because his defense is based on g6. So destroy him. You have no time to take. If you take this, then queen check will come. Push the king and now pawn it. I doubt I doubt you will survive. The king cannot survive. If you try to close, I will make n percent. I will open up. I will open. And knight into rook check will come and game is over. No matter you put knight bishop, I will take it, or queen g7, or it is getting a mating attack. Bad position. Maybe I will do faster also. Maybe I can do faster. Instead of n pass, maybe this is faster. Faster. Because now king cannot escape after the move rook g1. So the whole point is that you should not play mechanical moves. The game, the attack, the furor is gone. The thread of attack, rhythm you must understand. So bishop into game over. Over. Whatever you do. Now what is he doing? He wants to put up resistance. The idea is to push f5. So play bishop. If I play now direct pawn takes pawn, then he will survive. He will play f5. Queen is exchanged and attack is gone. I have no time. The attack is gone. But let me finish his resistance. Play bishop here. He has to resign. The next move I am going to take here and mate. Now if you play knight into, I will play pawn into with so many threats. And if you play bishop into, I will just play pawn into pawn. Simple pawn takes all over. So the mistakes done by black, Sicilian, it is the position is not bad. This position is fully playable for black. Fully playable. Okay. Okay, this is also okay. Now there is a threat. There is a threat here. So he played castle. No, I would not do this. Now, rather I would play here knight c5, maybe knight c5. Now, why? Because other moves, he has moved g6. Sometime he can come. Knight into pawn g6. So, this is defending the point two times. Bishop is defending, knight is defending. I'm in a position to play g6. So, instead of playing, he makes castle, which is really dangerous. Very dangerous position. Another bad move and got into trouble. You might be thinking, that I'm showing all white moves, black is losing. Not really. I'm showing the black mistakes. So you should avoid making such kind of error. You want to play Sicilian, you should not do this kind of mistakes. The game will collapse. This is bad move order. You want to play accelerated dragon, the correct move order is to play g6. c3, bishop g7. Now bishop e3, and now you can play knight f6. There is a big difference here. There's a big difference here. Now knight f6 is possible, and you take. Now pawn push. I can come, and this is a different position. You play f4, then knight f6 will come. You play bishop f4, you will double up. But playing directly without fianchetto, if you play now, this is bad. Bad move. Take e5. You cannot offer a gambit. This is a bad. This is bad. Knight into takes, queen into rook. And white wins with e5, e6. Both rooks are attacked. Disaster. In the opening itself gone. So you cannot play except. And here the game started knight back. Now there are many good moves. This is also advantage. But white plays queen f3. Very annoying. आपको अभी F6 खेलना पड़ेगा. E6 खेलना पड़ेगा. E6 is bad. There are the pawn is cramping. Just play bishop f4 and castle. Castle. There will be no time to take. There will be no time for him to take. Why? Okay. Now I will tell you the tactical point. Sicilian typical tactical. I want you to find out why this is better than bishop into bishop. What is difference? ये तो queen आएगा. So what is the difference here? Find out why bishop e5 is not working. Why nb5 is winning. Why nb5 is winning. Very beautiful play. Okay. Nobody is commenting. The point is, I can take and get a tempo, but the queen is not forced to go back. But after the move, I am giving a threat. The knight has doubled up, and I am giving a threat. Only move. I don't feel he can control only move. Threat. Only move queen b8. Winning. Now the point is the only move. I am threatening bishop into pawn. Then this is the only move. Now I am threatening mate. I am threatening mate. I am threatening. This is the idea that for the pawn, white has more than enough. He's lost only. दो थ्रेट को बचाए कैसा बचाए जब भी क्वीन सेक्स ये थ्रेट है लॉस्ट पोजिशन okay so the whole idea the opening move order this is wrong move order and now this is just bad. I would give this move a question mark because of the move order. You want to play, you should play in this mode. G6 kilo, then you play some knight c3 or c4, whatever. Then you play bishop g7, bishop e3, and this is okay. Scavenging. This is called the tall attack. Tall played queen f3. His plan is to play queen to f3 and castle. So white stands better because the rook is against the queen, and the queen is in the diagonal, and there is a plan. He can play rg1 and g4 g5 with attack. This is the simple. Now if you castle, white can play rook g1 with the plan advance here directly, and there is no stopping plan. You cannot do strategically. Black cannot do anything. Of course, this is possible, and also he can play direct g4. That is complicated. Idea. Now you castle. Bad. Now what is the idea here? It looks really good for black because at the moment the bishop is under attack and he is giving a threat to win the rook. It looks very good. Now, for example, now bishop moves. Suppose you move the bishop, he will white. Black is winning the game. Black is winning. So what white does? Pawn into pawn. Now if you play pawn into, I will play bishop takes pawn, and you have no time for bishop g4. So you have to play now. Bishop g4. Now look here. In Sicilian, it comes many times. You can give the queen for three pieces or two rooks or even rook and bishop and a pawn. So here, how many pieces? I will give the queen, but I will get the three pieces for the queen. I take, he will take. Now I take queen attack with a tempo. So you have to take, but then I have three pieces. Three pieces all are always better than the queen. Because if you calculate arithmetically, two bishops, I would say 7 points, and knight is 3 points. So 10 points versus 9, and also superior position. So never think mechanically. I'm attacking this whole concept of e5 is a bad one. Take, and now I give three pieces. Further queen over. It is all over. Now it comes to stop. Okay, then it is very easy. Now you have to come only. Now if you come to queen d7, knight fork is there. And if you come queen, the bishop will enter. And there is again a fork. So the position is bad. Now whatever you do, suppose you bring queen here, then anyway I will play here. It is also bad. There is no defense coming. Lost position. So every game, there is a message I am giving. Every game is a theme. Every game is a new concept I am showing you. This kind of errors one should not do. This is temptation, but it is bad. If you play e5, you suffer. So this capture is bad. Here, this itself is bad. So you should avoid this kind of bad tactics. Take, and e5. Sicilian Nasdor, old main line, castle. So white gets a good game. Simple development. White is giving a threat upon b4. So I should not play a3. Weakening the position is bad. So if I play a3, he will get ideas. He will play RB8, preparing to open up. So it is not a good idea to play bishop e. Now I am connected. You are welcome to push. He is giving a threat. I tell you, in opening stage, all world champion, great player, they do not do any activity. Just castle and control the center. Do not waste a pawn move. Do not make unnecessary queen moves. Do not move the same piece again and again. Do not go for material. Don't do premature activity. Just develop castle and sound center. That's what you want. Now in this position, he is once again after material. अभी अभी तक कैसल नहीं हुआ है, वो थ्रेट दे रहा है वापस आके अभी एक और दो इसको मारेगा. दिस इज बैड. Okay, you might be in the mind what happens if pawn push. मैं ये दे देगा. आप pawn से मारो. This check. This is Tal. You have seen games of Mikhail Tal. This is all very good position. Excellent position. Now you come here. I give check. Take. You cannot take it. You cannot take it. Bishop e4 will win the rook. You cannot take. Bishop is winning. So that means you move. But you know, in this position, the knight is insufficiently taller. I can give some threats here. What can I do here? Let me just check 1 second how to finish this game. How do I finish this? 1 second. I guess this should finish. This should finish the game. You know, winning position also you need to think where to strike right now. Just a minute. I think I should not allow the king to run away. I should not allow. First to play bishop. I should not allow the king to escape. If I give a threat, he is running away. Now you cannot play g6. And now if you even if you play here, you will not be able to defend because now three attack and attack here. The king is stuck. King is stuck. It is very bad now. Bishop into pawn will allow the rook's line. I don't see a defense coming. These are unsafe. These are all unsafe areas. And now if you play like this is very passive. Suppose you play, अभी क्या करेंगे इसको? Just a minute here. Not that easy, though it is very fantastic position. Is a suggestion? No suggestion. Where is the further continuation I should see? This is possible to pick up a pawn, the queen coming, but it has to be more aggressive because here and here double attack. But I would say that let us see further course. I think this looks good to me. This looks good because I'm giving a threat of this bishop here. Next plan, I want to bring the bishop, and knight into means queen into, and the bishop moves bishop into knight. So my threat is bishop here. What is he going to do for this? What is he going to do? You want to come here? I think this is still winning. Now knight into, now pawn into. No, no, no. I must win here. If bishop comes here, simple bishop into knight. I don't have to think. So the position is bad only. So here knight into is coming. Knight into is coming. So what should I do here? Just a minute. Can you also join here the position? How to attack the position? Black is in a very bad position. His king is cut in the center, and pieces there is no coordination. I guess I guess bishop takes pawn should win because you take two times, then queen check. I think this should win the game. Bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, then queen takes, then only move, and now I think this check should win. So the position is winning. You have to patiently calculate. Okay, that means you see here the variation I showed you that here b4 is not good on account of nd5 and ed5. Even though you are a piece down, in Mikhail Tal, even great players have shown that this opening further is winning position. This is bad. Okay, and if you play here nb6 also bad. But be patient. Now I want to catch the king. Suppose I don't do, once he runs away, it is very difficult. So I catch the king. You can't play g6. So after you play b7, I just attack the weak point. Only move, only move, and now bishop. No, I tell bishop d6. This is the correct. Bishop d6 is winning. Okay, going to the next game. Okay, I have told you this, but still I thought it is necessary because there is a new game is a theme. This is not the best line. Okay, this is playable, but not the best variation in Paulson. Castle, bad. This is not too late. You should play here now d6, stopping. Then white may play b3, then bishop e7. Now white will play f4, then white will play a4. Now this will continue. White will play king h1, knight d7. All these are theory, but premature. I told you there are certain rules. Do not go after material in the opening stage, especially in open games. Now black is going after material. Bad. So you can ignore this also. You can ignore this and play standard moves. So bishop into. Now I can take it, but damage the king position. Damage. Now I take. So still the position is under control. Though position already black is bad, at least he should play pawn push and develop the knight. Then b6, bb7. Though it's a bad position, it is not a lost position completely. So he plays further bad move. Now ignoring development, ignoring the king's safety. In the opening stage and the middle game, the king must be very safe because there are so many pieces around. In end game, the king becomes a tiger. But in opening and middle game, king को छुपा के रखना है. Keep in a very safe place. Now the king already in center and he has grabbed the material. White wants to go for the initiative, but this area is covered by the queen. So attack the queen first. Move the queen, then queen will come here, rook will come here and finish. Now don't waste time. I don't want to play passive moves. Eliminate, attack. There is threat. Now white started giving a threat. So he stops that. Threat. Idea. Queen d8 mate. No other way. Now there is simple way. White wins in only two moves. Please find out. Please find out. White to play. White is winning in only two moves. The penalty for grabbing material, underdeveloped, king in center, penalty. Very simple way. No BS5. Now, white, if I can play this pawn into queen check is winning. But who is the guard? The queen is watching the square. So, attack. And now, push. Now take queen check will lead to mate. It will lead to mating attack. Now the whole point is you need to, our plan should be to advance this. The defender is queen. So attack the queen. Now this is Mikhail Tal, this is in early days. So he played very carelessly. You know, Tal played the careless move. And after that there is no attack. Black is better. So even great players become careless. Even great player now a very careless move. So instead of playing the normal, just this move would have won immediately. Immediately. Now if you come here, I'm going to play f4. No taking mate. Check, checkmate. Check, checkmate. So that means the whole strategy is to open the blocking position, preparing for f4. I want to open and attack. Defender को attack करो. खत्म हो गया. खत्म. You play here, pawn f4 will come, mate. And if you play pawn f4 will come, your f4 is winning. And now if you come here, e5 is winning. But in actual game, Tal played carelessly. This move. Great player, but mistake. And after that, Black has a chance. Suddenly, Black is better. Unfortunately, Black is already better. Not winning, but one extra point. But Tal's opponent played this bad. And he never got second chance. Second chance he did not get. All over. The curtain falls now. Drama is over. So collapse. The game collapsed. That means the whole concept, the queen coming and taking pawn is a bad idea. Not a good move. A player should not just develop. A6 is correct. With the idea bishop d7, with the idea b7, queen c7. So the correct move is to play a6. But here, bad move. White has a ready-made plan. White plan is to play g4, g5 later on. I want to play queen long castle and start an attack. After the move here, long castle, and I'll start an attack. Another bad move. This is bad. To go after material in opening stage, it is bad. It is bad. He is trick that he is looking at the rook. Idea the next knight will, sorry, next move he will play knight and take the rook. So what you going to do now? Can you please suggest me what should you do? Am I going live? Nobody is talking. Am I live here? Yeah, it's live, I think. I told you every time a new theme, I told you you should not count on material. I can give the queen for three pieces. Now, now in the on this position, he played, I can take it. And now I can take knight in. And after taking, how many? If you count, already black has three pieces for the queen, and there are two threats. Threat number one and threat number two. That means the position three pieces already gone, and the fourth minor piece. So he takes, but then there is a check. Why? If I take immediately, he is winning the knight. I want to take the bishop with a check. Check के साथ लेना है, bishop check. Now check. Maybe I should give bishop check. That is even faster win. Maybe this bishop check faster win. So maybe he has to go here. But in this case also check. Now four pieces for the queen. Too much. This is a theme. Do not go after material. Don't say I am attacking the queen. You have to castle and coordinate. Sicilian is very good, but you should know how to play. अभी जो दिवाली में जो बम फोड़ते हैं ना, ये अगर थोड़ा सा गलती हुआ खुद के ऊपर आ जाए, हैं? थोड़ा सा गलती हुआ देन आ जाए. Bogdan Lalic. So this is bad variation. This is a bad variation. They call it Sicilian attack. Now knight can come either to this point or to this point. Both are bad. So let us see this. The simple answer, bishop. Now I want to give a double your pawn. So take. So loss of time. White has space and loss of time. Queen g4. Now mate threat only move. Now look here. Okay, you can win the exchange and I think white will slowly consolidate. आप ये मार के भी जीत सकते हो. But that is a longer game. White has better than that. White can play h4, h5 and then take it and h-line attack. But I can say even ये भी जीतेगा but more difficult. So here h4. Black gives counter attack. h5. Now he wants to give a threat. So I need and also giving a threat. ये और ये दो threat है. दोनों बंद. Of course अभी क्या होगा कि आप ये आके मारोगे. दो मुंह तो मिला है ना. Now I have got time for two moves. You will come one move and you will take two move and by that time I will open up. So आया a6. मारा. There is an immediate mate threat. There is a discover and there is a mate. तो आपको यहाँ कुछ करना है. नहीं कर सकता. ये मारा तो चेकमेट हो जाए. Double check and queen. So only move. Now bishop takes pawn into. Now knight king d2. The idea, you take my bishop, king into is bad, rook into h7 is coming. So place bishop into anyway, rook into anyway, because this is a tactical target now. Now this is a tactical target. The bishop will join. The queen is ready. तो मारा, अब ये मारेगा तो बिशप आएगा, खत्म. That means the whole system, that Sicilian attack, it is a bad thing. BB4 is bad. So BD2 and now knight into, pawn into, whatever you do, it is bad. ये कुछ करेगा ऐसा, this is worse. क्वीन आएगा, now कैसल कर नहीं सकता है, bad position. ऐसा कुछ करेगा. So I will play now h4. अभी h5 खेलेगा. This is bad. Now I will play this. Is the idea to play g4. Castle you cannot do. So let us say e5 and d5. Let us say what happens knight e4. After e5, this is bad move. Already I discussed. What happens knight e4. This is also bad. This is bad because now I can play queen g4, attacking knight and attacking the pawn. And this is not going to work. So let me show you a game. So in the game, he played queen a5. Knight into is bad. Okay, I must tell you why it is bad. Now queen takes pawn. और डिस्कवर चेक वगैरह कुछ नहीं होगा, ये आएगा. अब ये थ्रेट है, ये थ्रेट है मेरा. तो डिस्कवर चेक में कुछ नहीं होगा. यू विल कम हियर. नाउ आई वांट टू प्ले a3. Idea, you go away from the rook. If I go directly, there is no danger. No danger. This is supported. So I will attack. Now this is under attack. This is under attack. And this is in the air. अभी ये अटैक है, क्या करोगे? क्वीन a5 नहीं चलता है. मैं क्वीन a5 को ये मार देगा. और क्वीन आएगा तो मैं नाइट आएगा. नाइट आएगा. और ये मरेगा. ये नहीं चलता है. तो क्वीन a5 इज नॉट वर्किंग. दैट मीन्स आप यहाँ आओ. तो मेरा तो काम हो गया. अभी बिशप आए. अभी भाई, भाई इसको बताओ. भाई साहब, वो नाम है स्मिथ. स्मिथ साहब, इसको f8 को बचाओ. तो उसने बचाएगा. तो भाई साहब, अब इसको कौन बचाएगा? हैं? ये अभी अनप्रोटेक्टेड है. अब ये मारेगा. यू कैन सी हु इज बेटर. आप ये अभी डिसाइड करो कौन बेटर है. So in the game, what happened? In the game, knight e4, he played queen a, queen into, now bishop into, pawn into, check, exchange लिया है, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. Now queen into. The position white has got tremendous lead in development, center, and also pawn structure. The pawn is cramper. This pawn, backward pawn. ये दोनों backward pawn. और ये नाइट का एक्सेस है to this squares. So white stands clearly better. Now knight. भाई बचाओ, एक ही मूव है आपके पास, knight a6. अभी if you play knight a6, then I think this check should be enough. This should be enough. Destroy the castle chance, then we can attack. So in the game, so he plays pawn push. Now and pass. Again threat. Actually you can win with even pawn check. ये भी जीत जाएंगे. Because अभी bishop into pawn, ये भी आप जीतोगे. But this is going very slow. But there is a stronger move. अभी मैं ये चेक से जीत सकता हूँ, बट स्ट्रांग कैसल बंद कर रहा हूं। अभी कैसल किया तो मैं मेट कर दे। तो वैसे ये तो नहीं आता है, अभी बिशप नहीं आ रहा है, क्वीन क्वीन बी सेवन इज कमिंग। तो ही डिफेंडेड रूक आइडिया। नाउ आई विल डिफेंड, आई विल डेवलप द बिशप। अरे बाबू, अभी नाइट चेक के बाद मारेगा तो कौन टेम्पो। earlier what happened on knight check he will, sorry, earlier what happened, I will give a knight check, he will take it and castle. But now knight check, because if you take it, the tempo is coming too much, the tempo is too much, वेट हो जाएगा ये, वेट पक्का। because you come here, the bishop check is coming, you come here queen into pawn with the threat of pawn queen check। सिर्फ pawn queen नहीं, check के साथ आ रहा है, ये आ रहा है। so you cannot move the, you cannot take it, ये मार नहीं सकता है, this will kill only move। and now knight into and finish, the game is finishing। अभी आपको क्या है, the sensitive square पे अटैक करना है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल नाउ यू एंटर गिविंग a threat to both the pieces, तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है। there are threat number one to collect a piece, main threat is rook and the bishop is free, ये क्वीन नहीं आ रहा है, so only move attack, the only move। if you come queen here, ये checkmate हो जाएगा, ये आएगा ना, दो check में mate है, एक दो mate। so अभी आपको ओनली मूव है, मेट बचा नहीं, ये ओनली मूव है। अभी ये क्या रखा है, हाँ, अभी ये आएगा ओनली मूव, देन आइडिया क्वीन चेक एंड मेट एंड पीस डाउन। अब ये खेलेगा तभी गेम जाएगा, व्हाटएवर यू डू इट इज लॉस्ट। तो होल पॉइंट इज, होल वेरिएशन इज नाइट e4। ये लाइन ही खराब है, ये जो लाइन है कहाँ है भाई, अगेंस्ट द ओपनिंग प्रिंसिपल्स, बैड मूव, इसको बोलते हैं सिसिलियन अटैक। बाय द वे, अभी अगर ब्लिज, आप कोई ब्लिज गेम खेलते हो, आप ये खेल ओपोनेंट को नहीं मालूम, व्हाइट विल लूज वेरी क्विकली। अभी फॉर एग्जांपल नाउ देयर इज अ थ्रेट, देयर इज अ थ्रेट, सपोज यू प्ले हियर, अगेन ही विल प्ले थ्रेट, यू टेक थ्रेट। अरे थ्रेट थ्रेट क्या करे, बचाएगा, ये आएगा मारेगा, ये मारेगा तो ये मारेगा, अरे नहीं मरता, ये चेक है, सॉरी, ये नहीं मरेगा, दिस इज जस्ट बैड पोजिशन, ये मारेगा तो सिंपल सिंपल ये मार देगा, इज इनफ, ब्लैक इज गुड, ब्लैक इज गुड here। So after e5, whether you play ne4 or nd5, if you play nd5, bd2 is plus minus, bd2 plus minus, and if you play knight e4, queen g4 is just plus minus। so whole line itself is bad। but अभी डाटा में जाओगे ना, बहुत गेम है, डाटा में आप जाओगे, there are so many games black has won because white did not know the theory। so white just says castle quickly, then आगे देखेंगे, no problem। so king, the game has taken a very normal course, and all of you know the plan is clear, white wants to bring the queen and prepare for the e5 break and bring the rook here or here, good position। so standard plan that both players are playing good, the main plan why they play this move, he wants to exchange the knight and then bring the bishop to attack the center, so queen, now he should follow the plan, he should play knight into, uh, just 1 second please, just 1 minute। hello, good morning sir, yeah I'm fine sir। Okay. So here, sorry for the interruption. So this position is very normal, and white here he played bishop into d4. This is the correct way to play. And now bishop c6, and black position is good. Black is having control on center, etc. And now suppose you take like this pawn into pawn push. Now pawn into pawn. Bishop into pawn is not dangerous. On pawn into pawn, you can move the knight. This is okay. This position is okay. Okay. But instead of playing, he played bad b5. Not good. And now a3. Now he is just playing against the strategy. Bad. You cannot leave center. Now these are the typical errors black players do while playing. Now this knight is watching the central square. Now you go away. Now e5 will come. Now the position will come with e5. It is dangerous. What is happening here? Something went wrong. Yeah, it has come. So here you should want black players should not allow e5 break for white. Now the position is a disaster. What else? Taking, if you take, open the position, the rook line, suppose you take, now in this position, two pieces will be active. The bishop is active and the rook is active. So, should not exchange. He plays knight. Now, the force of attack over. In my opinion, the game is now completely winning. You have to accept that if you take it, the knight d5 is killing. Because to defend, then bishop b6, I will win the material back with interest. Completely lost position. So you cannot allow ND5. That means if you do any other move, it is lost. The knight and the bishop is coming free. So the game is lost. He played bishop c6. I am going to take the knight, but why not pick up the knight on the way? Now queen only move, and now you take, and one extra piece for white. So the whole point is he collapsed because he left center. Until now the position is reasonable, but this bad. Leaving center, a player collapses. You know the game of Fischer Restarsky. You know, he left the center and collapsed. For example, अरे रसस्की का है ही नहीं क्या? है ना है। So here Fisher. See here this position. Leaving the center will collapse. Not bad. Now knight leaving center. This allows a finish. E5 and then knight. Bishop takes knight. Game is over. Even if you take the rook, the queen is trapped. The queen is trapped. So a player should not leave center, allowing the E5 break. Parth Matre, good morning. कसा आहे तुम्ही? बरी? सुरेशभाई चावडा, thank you. So this is leaving center, a player collapses. भाई कहाँ पे थे हम? Yeah. So okay, normal move, accelerated dragon. It's respectable. It is fully playable. Marks the bind. I think this is more aggressive move development. This is positionally it is good. Nothing wrong. Now knight. So now the standard main line is to play knight. This is the main theory. And after that, this is a threat now. This is a threat. So rook c1. And next you come here, then queen d2. The game will continue, but bad move. This weakens in Sicilian defense. Do not make the concession of weakening squares, especially in around center. Wing में भी नहीं करना और central में बहुत खराब है. Now the squares are weak. This is weak square, weak square. This has become bad. But despite that, you should be careful. You must eliminate the knight from the. This is the strongest. So exchange that. Now, taking this immediately is bad. You see, you should not fall into this kind of trap. अब ये मारोगे, ये खराब है. ये मारोगे, ये मारोगे, ये चेक है. You cannot play bc3. You can't exchange queen. These are all bad things. You know, players should avoid this kind of cheap tricks. So what you should do? Get ready to castle before taking. Before taking this, get ready. So I have a room here. Now I am really giving a threat. I am really giving a threat now. So अभी ये bad move. You can see a game of Mikhail Tal also won as white the same manner. I don't know which game is faster. This is Nona Gaprindaashvili, the first woman world champion. And Mikhail Tal also was white. Maybe if you want, I can find out also. But which game is faster, I don't know. Which is earlier? Bishop takes. Now, what is counting of black? That bishop takes bishop, he will attack the rook. Now, bishop is not working. Why this is losing? Rook check will come. And king moves, the queen check will come. And he will pick up the bishop and winning the game. But a shock is waiting for him. A shock is waiting. When he took the queen into pawn, what he was expecting is bishop f3 or rook f1, but queen d4. So, welcome to take, then king, Welcome. Now, not this bad move. He will defend. He will defend here. And not the other move also. This is also he will defend. The correct winning move is choking. Idea कुछ कर नहीं सकता है. You can do nothing now. Just mate or losing queen. You have to sacrifice the queen to save mate. If you bring rook, I will bring bishop and no stopping. I think this is Tal. Tal also has played same line, but I don't know which game faster. Let me check. BE2, Queen H4, Knight into, Bishop into, Queen into. I will see. ये जो है, let me see whether Tal saw this game or Nona saw this game first. No, not on the clipboard. It is on the Mega. Uh, this one. No, I think it is not there. Probably here. Okay, this position I can find. That's Tal's game. I clearly saw. I have seen a game of Tal. I don't see anyway. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So these are typical errors by Black. You should not. Hello, Vela. How are you? So ignoring. You should not allow e5. Already the position here. You should play Queen g7, Bishop e7, Castle. No, this is too much. Already I am giving a sacrifice possibility. Here if you play, here if you play bishop here, this is just winning. Bishop takes pawn, pawn takes, knight into pawn, some move. This is just crushing. Crushing. Three pawn with attack. So in the game, he plays knight here. E5. Now the position is overwhelming. Now development, center, everything is good for white. And now threats have come. Discover attack. NV5 is coming. Knight e6 is coming. Finish. The game is now, black is in deep trouble now. Whatever you do, any variation you find, black will not able to defend the king. Because white is king is safe and all white pieces are in action. F7 problem. He has problem on F7. He has problem on the D line. He has problem also the knight is coming DC square. So all these things, three, four weaknesses, he cannot survive. The game played now knight. Please. Whatever you do, he cannot defend so many weaknesses. अभी F7 पे attack है, Queen पे attack है, whatever, okay. You do not make the blunder. Now show me a good move. You find out if you can save the game for black. Let us say, let us say you play something like Bishop E7 and not allowing this move. Now this is also losing. Find out. Hello, Vela, and somebody you have to participate. You even if you make a bad move, nobody is going to punish. It is always be active and interact with me. Always interact. You suggest a plan. Getting a good position is not enough. You have to take initiative in the right direction. Veerabhadra says knight b5. Yeah, knight b5 is an interesting move because you are getting two pawns, and but I would not give because I want to attack. You can get away, you know, you can get away. Three pieces. If you give, you will get three pieces for the queen. Bishop e3. It is interesting move, threatening f7, and you castles queen h5 is coming. It is a very simple move. Now the point is, normally this sort of moves are good in Sicilian, but here, how many you have got two pieces, and now queen. Now there are too many pieces you are giving. You are giving too many pieces for the queen. So it is better we play. Maybe this is also probably winning, but I would not take this kind of risk. I would not take. There is a simple way. Bishop coming here. Now you cannot play castle. This is just a mating attack coming very easy. And now what are you going to do? You open the game, it is collapsing. Rook f8 you have to play only move. But after rook f8, probably now this sacrifice may work, or I will play technical chess. Just take the pawn and win the game. One last game I will show this game, and we will continue with this topic. Mistakes. People do not play Sicilian Open because they are tired of calculation. तो चेस खेलने को कौन फोर्स कर रहा है? मत खेलो चेस. You don't want to calculate. If it is hard, don't take the tension. You enjoy the game, you have to calculate. Okay. So here, Nasdaq, old main line. So castle. The idea is to play b2 or bd3 and play. Now, more restrained way. This was safer way to play. Or castle is also good move. This is also a good move, but not b5. Now piece sack. Now the whole point is, it is three pawns you are getting, not getting. What to do now? White has taken the initiative. अभी करना क्या है? करना क्या है? You need to open the position further. अभी ऐसा मत सोचो कि I will play rook here. This is very slow. You need to hurry up. That means you should consider calculation. Calculation of the variance. It is winning. It is winning. Now after e5, pawn into, queen into pawn is not possible because after knight check, I am winning. He has to lose the rook. Or queen into queen and knight check. Or I take queen into queen and then knight check is winning. That means he cannot take with the queen. अभी वो क्वीन से नहीं मार सकता है. क्वीन से मारेगा तो क्वीन into queen and knight check is winning or knight check. So he takes with the knight. White is still winning. What to do now? You must be having confidence in your calculation. Very simple moves. This position is winning. Find out how to win with white. Now he has taken knight into pawn. अभी आप कैसा जीतोगे? क्या हो रहा है? Simple win. Rook coming. So he plays knight. Abhi, what happens? You have already given a piece. So going for material is not correct. If you give check, king f8, knight into, it is not the best way. You know, abhi aap knight check deke, you can grab the rook. But that is not great because there is a pressure on this point. Knight, queen is watching this. So it is not a good idea to give a check. The correct move, queen comes here. Now I am giving a simple threat, queen, and if you take it, the check is completely win. You cannot exchange queen, knight check will kill, and the knight is under attack. So the only move. But then rook into game over. Whatever you do, you may do not knight blunder, but anything is lost. So instead of now, you can see player can make a quick error. They will give knight check, and then they will repent. Then win is no more there. Now you have to defend this. सब कुछ बदल जाता है. But after the move, queen here, it is hopeless position. Hopeless. गया अभी क्या है अभी ये जो मटेरियल गया है ये मेट हो जाएगा अभी आप मारोगे तो मैं ये मारेगा मेट हो जाएगा okay friends I will continue with the theme you see now after few sessions I will do the typical problems of black and also white का भी problem है ज्यादा black का है so after that I will take you to some solid variation of Sicilian how to play how to avoid this kind of error so we'll meet again today in the afternoon 2:30 ढाई बजे हम मिलते हैं तब तक सबको मेरा नमस्कार टेक केयर बाय the two games I will see Devers or Ramakrishna I saw the games I saw the mistakes in the games I will show in the afternoon last hour